everyone, my name is Sarah Hayek, also known as the Grumpy Brush. I am an Impressionist oil painter and I live in Montreal, Canada. This is a small introduction about my work, my style, my influences, as well as my process. I hope you will enjoy it. My style of painting can be described as contemporary impressionism, and my focus is usually on landscapes, mostly Canadian, florals and still lifes. So in a way, nature is primarily my source of inspiration and my biggest muse. My influences are varied. I try to incorporate elements and motifs from different styles and sort of create my own touch thanks to them. I am heavily influenced by modern impressionist artists, my biggest influence being Vincent van Gogh, but other movements play a role in my art, like the Japanese art print movement called Shinhanga, which is also influenced by European Impressionism. Its ability to convey a certain mood or ambience in a print is quite interesting to me. I am also a big fan of Art Nouveau, and you can detect that influence in the whiplash elements that I tend to add in many of my paintings. Last but not least, I am also greatly inspired by Japanese anime and their use of elegant and slender lines, as well as their focus on creating an alternate reality or universe as opposed to just copying our own. Most of these movements and styles have a touch of romanticism in them, which I also love to convey in my paintings. I like to use bold and vivid colors as well as exaggerate some elements or aspects of the subject that I am painting in order to bring forth a certain emotion or effect. I do not limit myself to painting what I see. I do not copy or paint what I am looking at, but I rather like to focus on the feelings that arise when I see the subject that I am painting and sort of emulate that emotion on canvas. And this translates into paintings that depict nature or certain elements of nature in colors, forms, and shapes that go beyond just representation. They also portray that special memory or sentiment that we carry in us when we think of a specific place or image. It is the connection between what is outside of us and what exists in our core interior. And now a bit about my process and how I create my paintings. Most of my paintings start with a reference picture. I am an amateur photographer and I like to collect photographs while traveling or hiking. These pictures are the beginning of my art process. Once I select the picture that I would like my next piece to be based on, I start by sketching it on paper with a pencil. This helps frame my subject better and gives me an idea about how I want to portray what I will be painting, what I would like to emphasize, and what should stay in the shadows. Once my pencil sketch is finished, I go over the main lines with a black ballpoint pen to trace them more vividly and create a focal point in the sketch. I also like to add some footnotes in the end as a reminder of what colors and tones I want to go for. They work as guidelines and help me stay on point with my piece. After I finish the sketch, I recreate it on canvas, this time using a brush and oil paint. I usually prep my canvas beforehand by applying a base coat. The color of the base coat depends on the effect I want to create and can be yellow, orange, red, fuchsia, blue, green, purple, or a mix of some or all of these colors. Once my sketch is recreated on canvas, I take a picture of it and upload it to my computer. This next step is very important in my process because it allows me to envision my colors and experiment with them until I am satisfied and have achieved the desired effect. Oil paint being expensive, and as a way for me to still be experimental and adventurous with color without overspending on paint, I have chosen to work digitally on my colors first in order to prepare for the actual canvas. So with the use of a digital painting software and a drawing pad, I start adding colors to the picture I took and uploaded. I do not need to be thorough or detailed with this step. It is mostly a fast process to have a better idea of what I want to apply afterwards on canvas in a much more precise and detailed manner. Another benefit for doing this is that once I get to work directly on canvas with oil paint, I know what colors I should use already, and I do not risk painting over sections multiple times, overworking my paint, and losing that fresh touch from first application. Once I am satisfied with my colors and the final outcome of my digital drawing, I can use it as another guideline towards completing my painting. For that, I like to work in sections on canvas. So I mentally divide my painting into multiple parts and I pre-mix my colors before I start working on each part. I lay the colors on with bold, thick brush strokes, each one carrying a generous amount of paint to add texture and depth. This, for me, is the best part of the whole process, since I get to witness my canvas go from a completely blank one into a vibrant and colorful artwork. I will now show you the process of the painting that you can see right behind me. This one is titled Pitcher Plant 5. One of my favorite writers, Gibran Khalil Gibran, once said, "Nature reaches out to us with welcoming arms and bids us enjoy her beauty, but we dread her silence and rush into the crowded cities, there to huddle like sheep fleeing from a ferocious wolf." I hope my art can be viewed as an invitation to reignite that connection we all have with nature and can bring forth the thought that we, as human beings, are also part of nature, a fact that we tend to forget in our everyday busy lives. I also hope that my work can make us appreciate and preserve the beauty and gifts that nature bestows on us, and through that special connection, find our inner peace and purpose. I will conclude with Gibran's words from his great book, The Prophet. "Forget not that the earth delights to feel your bare feet, and the winds long to play with your hair." This is Sarah Hayek, also known as the Grumpy Brush. Thank you for watching.